Welcome to more Sensual Stream. We're going to be taking a look at the Colonel Sanders official dating game. Oh, oh yeah. You want to go upstairs?
What?
Do you want to go upstairs? I have no clue what the rating is on this game. It's Colonel Sanders. So is that BTS? Is the You sleep softly as the morning sun casts a warm glow through the window of your modest student apartment. The world is peaceful and serene. You could stay in the moment forever. Or you could wake up. Now. Your first day of culinary school is no time to sleep in. Smack that clock up and at 'em. Lying in bed, you stare at the ceiling, thinking of everything that awaits you in the prestigious University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning. Your mind begins to wander. Who will be there? What will you cook? What should you wear? Time begins to fly by, and you find your imagination getting away from you. Allow yourself to daydream, thinking about the future. It's here, finally. Your first day of culinary school. So many dishes to prepare, so many students to meet. Your mind is swimming with possibilities when you realize you're running late. You grab a biscuit and burst out the door in a hurry. Mmm, delicious. Just what you need to wake up those taste buds. Yikes, you're in a hurry. In fact, you forgot to put on any deodorant before running out the door. You're sweating buckets as you rush to arrive on time. Uh-oh. Standing in the quad, you gaze upon the magnificent University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning. Here comes your lifelong best friend forever, Maram. I'm going for 100% go for the Colonel Sanders win rate. Good morning. Are you excited for the first day of our lives? Actually, because I sure am. Excited, a little nervous, okay, a lot's nervous. If this doesn't get me, break me through YouTube fame, I don't know what will. What the? It's just that this morning I had made breakfast for myself, but when I ate it, I couldn't taste any love in the food. What if I'm no good? What if I fail? Classic Miriam. How do you even pronounce that word? Um, Miriam was described in the Hebrew Bible as the daughter of Aram and Joshbed, and the older sister of Moses and Aaron. She was a prophetess and first appears in the book of Exodus. Well, ever since we were little babies playing together, and you rescued me from that quicksand box, it's been clear to me that you're the most loving, caring person I know. You're going to do great. Haha, but with the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning's famous 3-day only semesters, I'm afraid of it being left behind and never catching up. A sweet girl, Miriam has always had a flair for the dramatic. This summer, she got so nervous about her first kiss, she tipped a tooth practicing on a mannequin. What a loser. Should you pep talk? A pep talk. Pump 'em up. Remember last month when you saw that fortune teller and we had our tarot cards read? The lady with the mask who gave me nightmares? I've been trying to forget. I know, she looked spooky, but she was so sweet, and she told you that you were destined for great things. Remember that card with the fancy looking tower? Called Tower? That's the tarot card. And that other card featuring the handsome fellow in the red suit? I've been waiting for so long to meet a handsome fellow I can call my own. And I'm sure you will soon. In no time we'll be graduating, and you'll be delighting in the world with your heartfelt cooking in no time. As you talk Miriam up, you can feel her nerves begin to ease. You know what? Maybe everything will be okay after all. And if not, at least I have these killer bangs. And I agree. Those bangs are killer.
What's a bang?
Like the hair things.
Oh.
Stop. Can you believe I cut them myself? You can definitely believe it. I cannot believe it. Before you get another word out, you're rudely interrupted when someone smacks your books with custom engraved measuring spoons out of your hands and onto the ground. Hey! It's... What kind of... I'm gonna say that's Ashley. Totally evil, but you can't help but be filled with jealousy. She can get anything she wants and knows it. Hello, Ashley. It's a stupid... So proud. Just Ashley. God. Didn't see their chicken chins. Ho ho! You leave my shins alone. They're perfectly normal shins. I can't stand Ashley. Even her name is annoying. You know for a fact that it's actually Ashley, but she had to add extra letters to make herself feel better than anyone. Everyone. If anyone here knows what perfect shins looks like, it's us. We're not gonna leave you. Sure, we're gonna let you or your weird insults get to us. Across the quad, you see Ashley's best friend, Van the Man Man, and has stopped to look at his own reflection in the mirror. His pants are so tight you can see him casually working on his glutes while he styles his hair. No lie, they're rocking glutes. Him, Van. You ran. This is amazing. You've never been sure what the arrangement is, but as long as you've known them, Ashley and Van has been as close as you as Maram, but substantially more devious. I cannot believe that University of Cooking School Academy for Learning would ever allow people like you to attend as students. I know, right? You'd think they'd hand out diplomas right now. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Show me the man. Hold on. Image. And source. Oh yeah. There we go. Or maybe hire us as professionals. You amateurs could learn a lot from us. With the first day of school about to start, there's just not enough time to properly tell these two off, so you resist the urge. Let's go, Maram. See you later, losers. As you approach the door, you see a goofy-looking kid pushing hard against the window next to it. Oopsie. I think it's broken. You reach forward and easily pull the door open. That should do the trick. I love you. I think you mean thank you. My name is Pop. I was named after my Pop. He's old. Oh, Cars is out. Cars is gone. How do I get rid of Cars?
Remove was on there.
Get rid of Cars. Remove. There we go. Cars is gone. It could be Bob reading it upside down. Hi, I'm Pop. I'm Devin. So, are you going to make me hold this door all day? Nope. Where is Tristan?
Oh, he's out with Josh.
Oh, just left you.
Oh no, he didn't leave me. I just didn't feel like going to Josh's.
Dang. And with that, the young man walks into the building ahead of you. I'm sure this is your idea of fun. Is it just me, or is he kind of cute? This is the wrong day to walk through my door, because I am playing the Colonel Sanders dating sim. You both shrug your shoulders before following him into the building. You stand at the edge of the room, unsure where to sit. Other students wander in and keep themselves busy chit-chatting. A sturdy-looking pooch takes his place at the podium at the front of the class. Adorable. Now, quiet down, everyone. Who is this unreasonably cute pup, and why is he in our culinary class? You must be Sprinkles, head instructor and CEO of UCS AL. Please, call me Professor Dog. I may be cute and a little and fluffy, but I still demand respect. Woof. What? A cute dog professor? This is the best school ever. I guess only a dog's nose is capable of picking up all the nuances of fine dining. Out of nowhere, wind begins to rush around you as a swirl of cherry blossom petals fill the air of the classroom. I'm chilly. Someone close the window. And then, he walks in. Oh! You're immediately swept up in the aura in this new student and his remarkable goatee. Who knew anyone could be so handsome? Time stands still. It's him. It's... If it isn't my favorite student, Harland. Colonel Sanders interrupts Sprinkles. Sorry, Professor Dog, before he can finish his sentence. Please, call me Colonel. Colonel Sanders. A hushed murmur rolls through the classroom as Colonel Sanders walks down the aisle of desks. Suddenly, the room is sweltering. Sweat begins to bead across your brow. You feel like everyone is looking at you, and you're not entirely wrong. And this over here must be Sweaty Sweats a Lot. Banger of an insult. Maybe we should open that window back up before faucet pits melt into a puddle and evaporates entirely. Hold on just a second. Nobody talks to my friend like that. You two both my name, and we were in the same kindergarten class. And what is up with all of your really weird insults? Besides, when I sweat, it's beautiful, not gross. Look at the shimmer. I'm turned to find Colonel Sanders right in front of me. Colonel Sanders, beautiful angel that he is, stands before you, smiling gently, his hands outstretched. Boy howdy, this classroom gets hotter than a Kentucky fryer. Please, use my handkerchief. I freeze up. Colonel Sanders is talking to me. Wait, Colonel Sanders is talking to you? About how sweaty you look. You're completely mortified. This can't be your first interaction. What if he never forgets this moment? How will you respond? Of course I'm going to take the handkerchief. You stretch out your hand, and Colonel Sanders places a fine silk handkerchief in it. It's so beautiful. You hesitate to press it on your face, but when you do, the feeling is transcendent. It has its natural scent on it. It smells like the most delicious chicken you've ever smelled. Professor Dog steps in to settle the class down and set some ground rules. Welcome to the university. Should I put voices on these guys? No one's watching. No one cares. Academy for Learning, the greatest culinary academy in the world. The birthplace of culinary legends, past, present, and future. Many challenges await you. There will be tears. There will be blood. Featuring Paul Dano. There might even be really adorable, tiny food. And when all is said and done, there will be a battle. You will lift your sporks and complete the broom cooking arena. Just then, another student enters the classroom and interrupts the professor's rousing speech. Hi, guys. Sorry I'm late. I hope everyone had a good summer. I really miss quiet. Late to class is bad, but interrupting my monologue? You're on the fast track right out of here, young man. Are you sure you're even in the right place? Don't you recognize me? This is my third year in the school with you as my teacher. Everyone stares at him blankly. Does no one remember me? You're expelled if you utter one more word before I finish. Let that be a lesson to you students that tardiness is unacceptable. Even Clank made it here on time, rolling halfway down on his tiny wheels. You turn to see the student Sprinkles is referencing, who appears to be of some sort of industrial kitchen appliance. Buzz, whir. The class bursts into laughter. Oh, Clank, you rascal. Sprinkles walks into the classroom as everyone stands in silent obedience. When he gets to you, he lifts his nose in the air and takes a deep sniff. Your diet is lacking. Based on what I'm picking up here, you definitely need a multivitamin. You should be taking better care of yourself. You've never had a talking dog as a teacher before, but Sprinkles' reputation is for being smart and but tough is well known. You try to butter him up, or you decide to try and butter him up by giving him a treat from your pocket. But what kind? A rubber ball, a chicken. A rubber ball seems too patronizing. A chicken snack is meh. Beef treats are where it's at. You reach beneath your apron and return with a small bit of beef jerky in your hand. Sprinkles' eyes go wide as he locks onto it. Beef? Are you trying to give me a heart attack? I would never eat that. You clearly don't... Oh. I'll just go right back. Colonel Sanders. Bagana. How about a chicken snack? His favorite. Well, 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 I think there might be some competition for the new star student. The furry professor immediately devours a snack, leaving your hands slick with a coating of warm doggy drool. You see the other students eyeing you jealously, but pay no mind to them. If they wanted to succeed in life, they should have learned the importance of carrying a range of dog treat flavors on them at all times. Settle down, young chefs. Take your seat and prepare to have your minds open to the amazing possibilities of culinary creation. As everyone rushes to claim their favorite seats, you're left standing at the front of the room. Only two options remain. Hey, Davin Coon, there's a seat here. It seems that no one else has claimed the seat next to me if you're interested. Oh, oh, I'm sorry, best friend. Sanders is where it's at. You move your seat. You take your seat by Colonel Sanders. He appears to have brought no books, pens, or pencils. However, his perfect upright posture shows a seriousness that makes you confident in his desire to learn. Thanks for offering me this seat. I've only had two rules. Do all you can and the best you can. It's the only way you'll ever get that feeling of accomplishing something. It's so inspiring. A little off topic, if you ask me, but okay. As soon as you've settled into your seat, the professor makes an announcement. Think fast. Time for a pop quiz. Yay, a quiz about me. This incredibly important and surprising short quiz will tell me if you are ready for life at culinary school. Keep your knives sharp and focus sharper. Here comes question number 1. If train A is traveling to point B and train B is traveling to point A, how important is it to wash your hands? Extremely. That's right. For forest is to tree as chicken is to feather. What is the most efficient eating utensil ever created? Comically large fork. But it's a spork. What food is best for a broken heart? Camel meat is banger. Anything, as long as it's made with love. Is Sprinkles a good boy? Yes, the best boy. Perfect score. Did I cheat? Watching me tally my score, he's impressed. I know we've just met, but I have to confess, I think you have a beautiful brain. Hot diggity. You just scored some major Colonel Sanders points with that performance. May I have your attention, students? I have an important announcement to make. Time for lunch. Wow, the cafeteria is as nice as any restaurant you've ever eaten at. It makes sense that a school dedicated to cooking would also be serious about eating. A delicious fragrance wafts through the room and tickles the end of your nose. Your mouth waters. Do you smell that? That must be our lunch. It smells crazy good. Everyone, can I have your attention? Is it about lunch? No. I just wanted to apologize for my tardiness. You see, howdy, folks. I'd like to make an announcement. Hey, it's about lunch. Everyone cheers. But shh. Lunch, lunch, lunch. She said shh. In honor of the new semester, I have prepared something special to share with everyone for lunch. That must be the smell I smelled. Indeed, that smell. It's a very smelly smell. It smells smelly. You held your breath, waiting to see what this food this mysterious student has created. You heard that he's very talented, but were the rumors true? Is this? Colonel Sanders lifts a large bucket above his head. Its contents glimmer in the light. Piled high are huge pieces of chicken, breaded and fried to a crispy golden finish. The aroma envelops you, and you begin to feel warm and safe. Colonel Sanders has filled a bucket with chicken? What a novel concept. Your stomach begins to grumble as if to say, stop thinking and start eating. For years, I have been developing a secret recipe for the perfect fried chicken. By my calculation, nothing less than 11 herbs and spices are required to achieve the perfect balance of flavors. You look around and notice that every student has a pen and paper and is scribbling notes as fast as they can. But that's not all I'd say about that. What do you think about your stupid secret recipe, dude? Pshaw, nah, my dude, nah. I'm just drafting a last will and testament in case one of those ingredients is poison. Ha, got him. He looks around nervously to see if anyone else is laughing at his sick burn. You wait to see what Zinger Ashley is prepared to follow up, but she suddenly takes a different approach. Yeah, and I was just like writing my diary. Dear diary, to say I smelled something beautiful. At that moment, I know that only in the hands of a true gentleman could a fried chicken so tender. You see her body language change from bitter and evil to sweet and innocent as she slides closer to Colonel Sanders. She realizes that he is destined for greatness and fame with cooking skills like this. She wants them all to herself. Oh, please. Well, Van the Man, if you don't want any, I'll take this. I'll take his, sorry. Whoa, hold on. I guess I'll try it. He takes one bite and his eyes grow wide. He starts contorting his face as he tries to hold in his pure exhilaration and act unimpressed. Easy now. There's enough for everyone. Please, my fellow classmates, dig in. You take one of the pieces of fried chicken out of his bucket, and you sink your teeth into it. It's amazing. Tasting Colonel Sanders' food transports you to another dimension. Alone with your taste buds, gripping a drumstick in your hand, you float weightlessly. Savor the moment and everything it tells you. The flavors in your mouth are beautiful, pure, heavenly. What a guy. Alone with the flavors, you feel something that can only be described as love. For a man, for a flavor, are they the same? After tasting his food, you try to get some one-on-one time with Colonel Sanders. You approach Colonel Sanders. Colonel Sanders smiles ever so softly as you approach. He stops what he's doing and allows you to break the silence. Colonel, I wondered if I could talk to you for a second. Anything for a fellow chef. What exactly was on that chicken? Haha, how bold of you to come out and ask. It's an idea I had for a new combination of flavors that will make my fortune and establish my legacy for all time, as I open a chain of highly successful fried chicken restaurants. No big deal. It's just you and me here talking. I can keep a secret. In fact, I've got some of my own that I'd be willing to trade. What's the rush? The semester is only getting started. We've got 2 more whole days to get to know each other. He's clearly not going to give it up easily, but it doesn't hurt to be persistent. You know what they say about secrets, Colonel. Shouldn't be learning be fun? You've got moxie, I'll give you that. Colonel Sanders looks both ways to make sure you're truly alone and then leans in. You can feel his warm breath as he whispers, just one ingredient. But you can't tell. I use blank. It's something my great-grandmother taught me. Blank? Wow, you never would have guessed that. In fact, you're not even sure where you'd get some if you searched. It's heroin. When you're wrapped up in the huge revelation, you notice that Colonel Sanders has disappeared. While everyone else is still in the cafeteria, you decide to look for him. You find Colonel Sanders outside, standing in the quad. Oh, it's you again. Howdy. Sometimes I like to come outside and look at the school buildings. I think about how my story will continue on after I've graduated. It sounds like you have big plans. I dare say, the biggest. I will leave my mark on this world, and you can bet on that. Alone together for the first time, you figure now is a perfect moment to show your personality to him. Colonel Sanders dating sim, of course. The Colonel Sanders dating sim. Yeah, I'm streaming this. Yeah, Colonel Sanders. Oh, you're in the background too. You're in the camera. You've just been sitting here watching. All right, that's very important. I'm gonna have to save. What? Oh, can I not save? Oh, okay. Wow, with a big idea. You know about that. I was thinking about your secret recipe. I don't doubt it. It has a way of leaving impression on all who taste it. You decide to show them that you know a thing or two about blowing minds with new flavors. I actually had some thoughts on how to improve it. Improve it? You would want to change my secret recipe? And you think you can do better? Have you heard of habanero peppers? Heard of them? I tend to an entire garden of chili pepper varieties. Habanero, poblano, cayenne. But that's not the point. You can't just toss new ingredients in my secret recipe to improve it. A recipe is about balance. It involves careful consideration and refinement. I didn't mean to let this be the last time you improvise on my recipes. No. Sorry. I have to 100% this. I have to 100%. Okay. Be modest. I wanted to tell you that I really enjoyed your food. Now you've got his attention. The flavors were complex but comforting. The interplay was between salty, savory, and peppery. It was perfect. I appreciate the compliment. I'm sure you'll be a big success. I know we've only met today, but I'm starting to get the same feeling about you. We should add him back inside. The next lesson starts soon. You step into the massive cooking arena, where 4 afternoon lessons will take place. Each student needs to gets an oven and all the tools and ingredients they could need. Look at this place. It's magnificent. Finally, we get to show our stuff. Wait a second. Oh no, we have to show our stuff. What if I totally blow it? You're not going to blow anything, except maybe kisses to the crowd of fans you're going to earn with their signature tiny food creations. Welcome, students, to the cooking arena. For today's lesson, we'll be cooking with partners. Hurry up and pair off. Naturally, Miriam looks at you, but unable to control yourself, you pounce at Colonel Sanders. Hey, Colonel, would you like to tackle this lesson as a team? A team of two, that is. Me and you, if that wasn't clear. Want to be my partner? Sure. I'll prepare our station. Without you as a partner, Miriam is left standing all alone. Two different students quickly take notice. Hello, new partner. Beep boop buzz. Oh my, two potential partners? I'm sorry, gentlemen, but I don't know who to choose. It looks like you'll have to pick for him. Friend duties can be a bit awkward, but that's the price you pay for not being alone forever. Who do you want to ask to be Miriam's partner? Obviously, Clank. I'm sorry, Pop, but I think Miriam will be partnering with Clank today. It's okay. I already ate. It's not entirely clear if Pop has any idea what the point of the school even is at this juncture. Clank is clearly excited to have some attention. He heats up and begins to roll back and forth. Warp, warp, warp. Hold on there, fella. We don't even know the assignment yet. Technically, Clank may not have a face, but there's something charming and earnest about him. Buzz. Tissue, I hardly know you. Ha ha ha. Clank judders and his panel shakes loose. You get the impression that this is a sign of affection. Looks like you two will be fine. Now it's time to focus on your own cooking classwork. Alright, you two. For today's lesson, we're going to keep it simple. Pick a basic dish and divide up into the steps. No chef is on an island. It takes 2 flints to make a fire. And you get the idea. Which dish do you suggest to your partner, Colonel Sanders? Grandmother's mashed potatoes and gravy? Steak tartare? I feel like mashed potatoes and gravy would be the classic move, you know? Just weave into the DMs there. Oh, I've always been something of a down-home chef. I was thinking we could make something warm, inviting, and comforting. Maybe mashed potatoes. And gravy? I couldn't imagine one without the other. Colonel Sanders casts a coy look at you, causing your whole face to go beet red. Embarrassed, you quickly turn away. I'll get the potatoes. No, please, let me. Picking a perfect produce is a passion of mine. Looks like things are getting pretty fresh around here. Does someone have a crush on Colonel Sanders? We're just cooking partners. Mind your own business. Sanders' heart is my business, and you better keep your fingers off my man. Did someone call for me? God. Oh, what a man. What a man. God, no geez, Van Van. While I'm over here crushing Davencoon's dreams, you're supposed to be taking care of our classwork. That was a deal, remember? Colonel Sanders returns, arms full of peeled potatoes. He tosses them into boiling water and turns his attention to you and your old friends. Oh, howdy there, Ashley, Van Van. Are we working on a quartet instead of a duo now? I just turned southern. Actually, no. It looks like Davencoon is struggling, so we have to give him a hand. You know how it is. These young amateur chefs need a lot of mentoring. I was going to say, Colonel Sanders, maybe I could also teach you a thing or two about fancy food. Maybe one day you might even be able to get up on my level. Haha, doubt it. Don't be rude, Van Van. Personally, I have no doubts. Sorry, I need to do this. It's just a law at this point. Anytime Mr. Van Van's on, where's Cars? Is Cars gone? I guess Cars is gone. Just need to do a resize him. There we go. Personally, I have no doubts whatsoever about Colonel Sanders' ability to concoct creations worthy of admiration. After all, your fried chicken was quite spectacular. But Colonel, if you ask me, I might make a better... Sorry, I guess he's just gone now. But Colonel, if you ask me, I might make a better partner for you than this thing that has positioned itself at your station. Don't you feel deep down that we cast complementary shadows? We fit together, like thigh and a drumstick. It just makes sense. Nothing about this makes sense, but one thing's clear. She's coming for Colonel if you don't watch out. Ashley is really going at it hard. You need to ask her for some backup here before things get ugly. Turn to Colonel Sanders, hunks of hunks, in time of... Hunks of hunks in time. And turned to Miriam, your forever bestie who always has your back. Hunk of hunks. I'm here to learn and express myself via cuisine, not bicker with prima donnas. Partners were chosen at the beginning of class, so let's all respect the format, okay? You turn to Colonel Sanders, confirming on your last same page. God, I chose Colonel Sanders, and Colonel Sanders chose me. Isn't that right? A businessman respects all fair agreements from contracts to handshakes. I took on Davin Kuhn as my partner for the activity, and I stand by it. Based on your team's behavior, I'd say you're perfect for each other. Neither of you has Davin Kuhn's natural talent or their loyalty. Being defended by Colonel Sanders leaves you feeling proud and full of potential. You look for Sprinkles in hopes that he might step in, but he's nowhere to be found. Darn those cute corgis and their short but sturdy stature. You look down at the station and realize that in the tension of the moment, your hands have been cooking on autopilot. Distracted by the drama, you've already crushed the boiled potatoes into a perfectly creamy mashed texture with plenty of butter and cream for flavor. It's as if your natural passion guided you through the steps you know well, so well, while your attention was elsewhere. I know just what to do. Colonel Sanders extends his hand. He's holding a beautiful white porcelain gravy boat, out of which pours a smooth brown gravy, smothering your nearly finished potato dish. Gravy flows down the mound of mashed potatoes. The results look spectacular. Granny would be very proud. God, my heart, my soul. I really hope the music's going through, too. Colonel Sanders holds out a spork to you. Do you reach out and grab hold of it? But he doesn't immediately let go. The two of you stand, holding the same spork, and for that small moment, all the madness and pressure in this crazy world stops. Your eyes lock. The moment is electric. Time stands still. If you love something, set it free. Together, you dig the utensil into the mashed potatoes and lift a heaping sporkful up. When you see Ashley with a sinister look, you know she's plotting against you to be with Colonel Sanders. And then, filled with rage, without thinking, you fling the sporkful of mashed potatoes right into Ashley's stupid, beautiful face. Van, do something, do something. Scooping up a fingerful, Van tastes the dripping mashed potatoes and gravy and realizes that it's delicious. Horrified by this revelation, he slinks away. Will he ever be able to cook something with so much love and integrity? Hold on right there, Davin Kuhn. We do not waste food in the cooking arena. Colonel Sanders, I expect better from you. If you throw one more spoonful, you both better be prepared to eat it, from wherever it lands. Can I has potatoes face? As you do. When Van rushes back over, has a covered dish in his hand. Mashed potatoes with gravy? Pathetic. In just a few minutes I've prepared a full meal. Gaze upon my specialty, braised tentacle and octopus of my silky saltwater sauce, plated on battle axe, forged by my supreme chef ancestors. You've ignored me for too long. That ends now. It is I who will have the first bite, and you will look on with envy. The interrupting student rushes at Van and swipes a bite of his signature dish right off the plate. No, don't! Something about this dish doesn't strike my nose quite right. I think the octopus was rushed and may have turned in the process. The results could be toxic. Too late. It's been eaten. I think I left something in the oven. I don't feel so good. It killed him. Everyone step back. Don't take another bite. When you look at the plate, the rest of it's gone. You notice the tip of the tentacle being slurped up in Pop's mouth. Pop winces in pain for a moment, then almost immediately back to his oblivious self. Oopsie. Tastes like poison. The entire class is gathered to watch Pop's final moments. Shock has frozen the whole crowd, as they are motionless as statues. The class bell rings, disrupting the moment and snapping everyone back to reality. It would appear that Pop's enthusiasm for trying new things, despite obvious danger, has inoculated him against poisons of all kinds. I'm not sure the professors here make enough money. Hello? I just turned into a ghost over here. Seeing that you're shaken up by that really annoying student and all his nonsense, Colonel Sanders approaches you. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Please, let me walk you home. Oh, God. For real? Oh, come on. You follow Colonel Sanders out of the room. At night, the school building has taken on another vibe entirely. It's dark and more than a little spooky. Colonel Sanders stands in the quad's neon glow and speaks softly. Those mashed potatoes you made in class today. Before you go, I want you to know they're not a great representation of my skills. I didn't even realize I was making them. They were amazing. Tasting them, it reminded me why I became so passionate about food to begin with. Colonel Sanders is getting choked up. Cooking is obviously important to him, in a way you find inspiring. Now might be the perfect time to tell him you're developing feelings for him. Colonel Sanders? Yes, Devon Coon. There's something important I need to tell you. Now hold it right there. There's something I need to tell you first. Oh, jeez. You see, when I was just a boy, I had a dream that one day I would be the greatest chef the world has ever seen. And every day since that day, I've been working towards that dream. Day and night, never stopping, never resting. Also lifting tons of weights, like so many weights. We should follow our dreams with all our hearts, that our souls may grant them like wishes floating on a shooting star. Hey, no, shut up. I'm the only one around here to say, I'm the only one here to be the star of the story. Aren't we forgetting that your cooking literally killed a guy? You can't prove that. I also saw you kill that guy. What was his name? Somewhere in the distance you hear a long, sad sigh. Forget him. We're talking about me. Me, 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 me. I'm the hero. The spork monster is here to fight a hero. I think I left the fridge open. Later, nerds. How dare you threaten me? I was just letting down my guard and connecting with another chef on an emotional level. Be afraid. Be very afraid of me, because I'm a monster. See? Is he rhyming on purpose, or is that just a coincidence? But before you can discuss syntax any further, it's a turn-based fight sequence. What will you do? Attack. You decide to go on the attack. Which attack will you use? Cook with love. Cook with love does 1 damage. It just got real. The attack really upset Spork Monster. It goes on the attack. It just spit hot gravy at you. You take 1 damage. It worked last time, right? Cook with love does 1 damage. Spork Monster won't forget this. He's really feeling threatened by your attack. Spork Monster focuses their mashed mind and draws an energy from Mother Earth themselves. They grow larger and more intimidating. How will you respond? I will defend. Which defense will you use? Trepidation. You hold your head in between your hands and mutter, this is not happening, this is not happening. Spork Monster is no quitter. Buffed up and ready to rumble, they go on the attack once again. Spork Monster uses the utility utensil. You take 2 damage from the attack. If you take much more damage, you're not going to survive the battle. I decide to go on the attack. 1 damage, oozing cheese sauce on the lawn of the quad. I wonder who's going to have to clean that up. Feeling vulnerable, Spork Monster prepares for its ultimate attack. Rounded edge. A vile villain, your reign of terror stops here. Colonel Sanders sends the energy of 1,000 chickens. Pot pie power pinch. Pot pie power pinch does 10 damage. Spork Monster is defeated. You saved me. An injured Spork Monster spews steam in the night. Spare this wretched beast. You manage to tamp down in your disgust at the sight of the gnarly beast long enough to realize that he's a living creature with a pure soul who deserves your pity, not your wrath. The ramblings of a madman? Nah. Begone, beast, and don't you dare come back for a follow-up encounter tomorrow. I won't forget this, and certainly won't be back, like you said. The Spork Monster scuttles off into the night. The defeated monster left behind a special item. It appears at first to be a cookbook, but upon closer inspection it's so much more. It's a book of magic spells with a golden chicken on the cover. You open the cover and find a library card tucked inside. The last name to assign on it is Borko. That name sounds strangely familiar. Your blood is pumping as you stand in the quiet of the night, holding the mysterious book in your hands. As you come down from the battle buzz, you realize your final attack has left you completely depleted. The world around you begins to fade away. Without any energy to keep your eyes open, darkness overtakes you. The image of Colonel Sanders flashes before your eyes as you fall asleep. He must have helped you get home. In a tired state, you don't know if you could have made it home without him. What a guy. You want to thank him, but you don't have enough strength to utter a single word. You feel your covers being being pulled over you as you are tucked in tightly. Good night, my Colonel. In your dreams, you're together with Colonel Sanders. For some reason, Sprinkles is also there instructing your love. Dreams are weird. Zzz. You awake on day 2 and attempt to process the wild visions you had. Were they memories or premonitions? And then there was that secret ingredient that Colonel Sanders went ahead and told you outright. Not much of a secret, huh? It's probably just because he trusts you so much. Sure, that makes sense. We'll go with that. You meet up with your bestie in front of the school. Before you can tell her about the encounter with the Spork Monster, she launches into a story of her own. I forgot my drink. I'll be right back. My phone. minutes. Act 2, you gotta take a water break in voice acting. I know this might sound a little strange, but I think I might be, I might like Clank. Like him? Like? I know. It sounds like it's moving too fast, but there's something about him. I like him. Like him. We got to talking after class, and he's a totally sweet guy. Not only that, but he's really smart. He told me all kinds of stories about Colonel Sanders. Did you know that Colonel Sanders was the most popular kid in his high school? No, but that does make complete sense. Yeah, but he was so popular, he was voted prom king at a school he didn't even go to. And it was also the convertible that he rode in. What? And it was also the convertible that he himself rode in at the front. Okay. I'm thinking that something got lost in the pressure cooker language translation here. Either way, maybe it would be best if you took it slow with this new boy, like I am with Colonel Sanders. You and Colonel Sanders, the coolest guy in the school, the most famous student ever to attend University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, you're a thing now? We've we definitely connected yesterday. Ah, sure, you did. You're great. Why wouldn't he be into you, I guess? Laughing at the implication that you and Colonel Sanders might be a thing is definitely not cool. You are great. You have an idea about how to prove that your love is real. Well, if he's not into me, then why did he tell me one of his secret ingredients? Your bestie's eyes light up. A secret ingredient? Yeah, just like that. Just as I said, a secret ingredient. Is there a dramatic echo in here? Miriam, I don't know how to pronounce that. Miriam checks to make sure you're alone before continuing. So this summer, when I was on vacation with my family, a lovely man approached me in the botanical garden where I was wondering, this can't be good. He told me all about his passion for spices, secret spices. This man gave me some to show what he meant. He said it was a powder created from a super duper rare dried flower petals, and if I did him a big favor, I could have some of my own. Please, Mareem, don't tell me. I filled my suitcase with them and brought them home. He was so nice. He even met me at the gate when I arrived. Later, when I cooked with them, it was a strange feeling came over me, and the flavor was unlike anything I'd ever tasted. I think you're being very liberal with the meaning of spices here. Whatever. Anyhow, we both share an interest in cooking, so we stayed in touch, like pen pals. I bet he would love to know more about cooking new spices. Well, I'm not supposed to share Colonel Sanders' secret recipe, and besides, I only know the one ingredient, so I doubt it'd be much use to anyone. Please, 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 it would mean the world to me. No one to know it came from you or Colonel Sanders. Make up a fake ingredient. Easy. Quickly think of a fake ingredient name. How about heroin? It was Eye of Newt. I know, sounds like some kind of witch's potion, but what can you do? Eye of Newt? Wow. Her eyes light up, imagining such a thing, and you figure you're satisfied her curiosity and she'll move on. However, she immediately turns around and does some thumb typing on her phone you can't quite see. That's probably not good. Before you ask her to confirm she was definitely not texting secrets to other people, you're interrupted. A wind rushes in. Cherry blossom petals fill the air. It's Colonel Sanders. He's arriving at school. Stand back. Run to him. You decide the best way to show a serious... Yeah, Miriam, how serious you and Colonel Sanders are would be the run to him. Surely, he'll sweep you onto the back of his stallion and you'll ride away together. That'll show her good. Oh, my colonel, my colonel. However, your sudden movement surprises the horse and it rears up, kicking you directly in the face. The force of the blow completely knocks you out cold. In darkness, you see a vision. Oh, not this guy. If you forget the world could end, but trapped in a realm beyond. But a great prophecy relies on my return. Only you can save me. All you need to do is repeat my name 3 times, and that name is, before you can continue to suddenly awake. Ah, jeez. You can awake to find Colonel Sanders tending to you. He roused you back to life with a satchel of secret recipes, or is that just his natural seasoned musk? Compliment the craftsmanship of the horseshoes. One thing's for sure, Colonel Sanders is pretty dreamy. That horse has beautiful shoes. I could really feel how smooth and sturdy they were when they were pressing into my face. That's nice to hear. No one truly appreciates good craftsmanship anymore. And with that, Colonel Sanders disappears into the school, leaving you and Miriam to follow. When you enter the classroom, you see your 2 rivals, Ashley and Van Van, doing something really bad. By the way they're hiding, you know it must be really bad. Like counterfeiting recipes bad, experimenting with restricted ingredients bad, like summoning a demon bad. You try and get a peek over Van Van's hulking shoulder. shoulder, but he sees you coming. Whoa there, little one. I'm not sure you're ready to handle this. Oh, why don't you make like a bee and mind your own wax hunt? Okay. Stop being immature. Immediately dress the rivals down for their immature behavior. Culinary school is to be respected. This kind of nonsense is a waste of everyone's time. Now you've upset them. Oh, and you're the emperor of cooking, are you? You make the rules? I'm not sure you'd know a good meal if it ate you. Being the best chef in the world takes more than just culinary skills. It takes creativity. It takes panache. And it doesn't hurt to use a little evil. You finally get a look at what they were hiding, and you instantly recognize it. It's a book, just like the one you found after your encounter with the spork monster. That's the same book I found last night in the quad. Ashley immediately elbows Van Van, who hides the book behind his back. I don't know what you're talking about. This book is a family heirloom, and its contents are secret. You notice that they haven't just been setting the book. They've got Pop pinned to the wall, and they're tossing potato skins at him as he tries to catch them in his mouth. We're playing, hee hee. Before you can dig in any further, you're interrupted by the arrival of more students. It's almost time for class. Beep beep. Clink must be running late. He's in such a hurry he runs right over Van Van's meaty foot. Hey, watch it, you bucket of bolts. You watched how you talked to him. He didn't do anything. Buzzed womp. Who do you think you're talking to? I've never heard such language, not even from a stand mixer. Womp womp. No, your mother was a stand mixer. We're buzz. Van Van jumps to attack Clank, but Clank shocks Van Van, sending him flying across the room. Protect me, Colonel Sanders. These Kriz men are come to blows. I think it must be over me. I'm not interested in either of them. Ashley's tone has completely changed in an instant. She bats her eyelashes at Colonel Sanders. Surely he must know the ruse, right? Gentlemen, get a hold of yourselves. Save it for the arena at least, or don't. Honestly, what do I care? I've got lofty career aspirations to focus on. Maybe I can help you with your business plan. Just then, Sprinkles arrives to signal the true start of the day. He's panting, but which doesn't seem to be that abnormal. He's a professor, but he's also a dog. Students, please, take your seats. I apologize for my late arrival. I spent the morning chasing a car all around town. My legs are very tired, but I'm here now. I hope you're ready to learn. Rub his furry dog belly. He loves it. Sprinkles stops in his tracks and sniffs the air around him. Something has him in a trance. It's a scent left on you from Colonel Sanders. Sprinkles jumps on you and licks his face. Drown, boy. Down. I'll hoppin'. The command shout by Colonel Sanders snapped Sprinkles out of his trance. I wonder what's up with that. Sorry, I got a little carried away. After he catches his breath, Sprinkles regains control of the classroom. Without further ado, we'll review global history of my favorite fowl, the chicken. You want to pay attention to the class, and you truly do. Which is why, in 1776, after the signing of the Declaration of Independence, it was a chicken who first signed their name. But you can't help daydream about Colonel Sanders, and you miss most of the important parts. When you come to, Sprinkles is holding a tray of food in front of you. Well, Davin Coon, naturally, this appears to you to be a simple platter. What item do you want to sample? A shimmering pepper. A brightly covered pepper stands out from the other items, and it sparkles in a most eye-catching way, so naturally you reach out, grab it, and eat it right away. However, your body is not prepared for the heat. The pepper has triggered an intense spice hallucination. It feels like forever as your trip for the universe. My friend, oh, this guy again. I'm here to give you an important message. Ooh. You must avenge my death and fulfill your destiny. All you must do is cough, cough. I was saying, how to fulfill your destiny, all you must do is cough, cough. Sorry, I think I've got a little spice stuck in my throat. It's fine, I'll work through. Cough. To fulfill, cough. The prophecy, cough, cough. You feel yourself begin to regain consciousness. Aw, man. You come to and find everyone is staring at you. That pepper was the last of its kind on Earth, and it's gone forever. Huh. Well, I just died and came back. I'm about halfway done. Should I continue or should I play something else? Because I can do either. One view. Good to know I can play Colonel Sanders Dating Simulator in 60 FPS. I need to take a small break from reading, like out loud. I'll be right back, I guess. Oh, Alright, I'm coming back. Nope. Got myself some snackies, and I'm ready to eat. Alright, because I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of making me hungry. It's working. The propaganda machine is working. I don't know where I put my water. Would you like an ASMR pretzel eating? There we go. Okay. And your rivals entered to make a dramatic announcement. Today's lunch will be prepared via time competitive cook-off. This level of theatrics with these two is off the charts. Step up and tell them you're on. A bit of lunchtime competition, huh? Count me in. If I have to wipe the tables with you, Phil, before I shut my lunch down, then so be it. I'm not the fool. You're the fool. Fool. Good one, Van Van. I like your gumption, Davin Coon. I'll be watching your performance. Just as things reach a boiling point, Sprinkles steps in. Surely he'll put a stop to this madness. Now, students, please settle down. This is a lunchroom, not a sporting court. Finally, a little sense. You breathe a sigh of relief. At least not until we turn on the timer. Just a huge light blasts you in the face, flashing the words, "Timer ready." That's what I'm talking about. Aroo. I stand corrected. The hard way builds solidly. What? The hard way builds solidly a foundation of confidence that cannot be swept away. And that's an original quote by me, in case anyone was wondering. I hope it's a message that lifts you to victory. Like a diamond, I was formed under pressure. Now it's my chance to shine. Okay, but real talk. She might be a cur, but she's got it going on. You had his chicken, and you've made mashed potatoes and gravy on day one, and you're feeling you can really impress him again here. It's time to boil some water for the potatoes. Think fast. If the timer runs down, you'll be forced to pick randomly. What temperature does water boil at? Uh, Celsius. How'd you even gotten this school without knowing that? Winner gets to wear by Fairy Belly. Let that enticing offer motivate you. Going to need to season this chicken before you cook it. You don't know how. You have an idea? 11 herbs and spices. That's right. You might not know the ingredients in it, but at least you're heading in the right direction. Tail wagging intensifies. Now you've got some basic steps going. It's time to elevate your craft. What state of mind offers the most flavor? Trust. Oh, good gratitude. Classmates are rooting for you, but Ashley is simply stronger and faster than you. Better pick up the pace. When you were a child, your father told you never forget where you came from. You meditate on his advice and draw energy from that place. Now be great. Where does it come from? What? All right. Woo. You try to shut out the noise of the arena and focus on your cooking. What is the sound of success? Sizzling. Ah. Next question. You notice Colonel Sandoz out of the corner of your eye. I believe in you, Devin Coon. He's actually cheering you on. Oh God, no. No. Oh God. No. You might not have any hands, but Davin Coon does, and a good chef needs to be touching the dough to know when it's properly mixed. There's an easy way and a hard way. You don't get far by going the easy way. When you hear everyone talking, you realize how serious your error was. You immediately shove your hand in the mixer and rescue your dough before it's overmixed. Davin Coon, no, but you're not fast enough. Your hand gets stuck. It's immediately crushed by the quickly spinning meteors. There's no way you'd be able to use that hand for the rest of the match. Colonel Sanders shakes his head in shame. What you often find is that the easy way can turn out too much more difficult. Everyone stop what you're doing right now. The battle is over. I can't be. I was so close to finishing my dish. Sweetheart, look at your hand. You simply can't go on. Well, white chocolate dome array of delights. That actually does look pretty decent. Damn it. Stealing a guy. Colonel Sanders pours the chocolate sauce on top of the dome, causing it to melt away. Damn it, that's actually really. Damn it, she knows what she's doing. Internalize the rage. I'm getting immersed here. Oh, it's a bopping soundtrack. Failure is a part of life. Not just for you, but for all of us. Do you ever think I've never failed at anything before? That's exactly what I think. Well, then think again. I wasn't always the man you see before you enrolled in culinary school. Incredibly handsome, successful, motivated. Well, handsome, sure. I was born that way. But I've walked other paths and arrived at dead ends. I was passionate about life, but it failed as an obstetrician? Oh. I was passionate about justice, but failed as a lawyer. I was passionate about my livestock, but I even failed as a mule handler. That one was especially humiliating. Mules can be so cruel. I lost my business partner to a gunfight, and lost my innocence when I picked up. Wait, are they animating that, or is that actually a thing? Did Colonel Sanders shoot someone? There we go. Oh my god. It was an act of self-defense and not premeditated shooting, which. Oh my god. Colonel Sanders has a dramatic anime backstory. Holy shit. Oh, it's man, he really did that. I didn't know. People see my delicate ribbon tie and well-kept beard and assume that I've got it all together, which is true now, but it hasn't always been. Sounds like this guy could really use a hug. I resolved then I was going to amount to something. No amount of hours of labor or money would deter me from getting the best I had to give. As Colonel Sanders changed his focus, you could see something ignite inside of him, a burning passion. One has to remember that every failure can be a stepping stone to something better. My new dream is pure. It's honest. It's something that a humble man in a crisp white suit can be proud of. I will create a new chain of chicken restaurants that will bring joy to the entire world and make up for my past misdeeds. Yay. Just as your moment grows intimate, you're interrupted by a threatening, shadowy presence. Battle scarred from the night before, we prepared for the worst. It's a spork monster. Borko? It is I. I said I wouldn't be back, yet after the whole fight to the death thing, maybe you don't really want to see me anymore, but I just wanted to say it was wrong to attack you. And I apologize. I know what it's like having to always look over your shoulder. Monster problems, am I right? Thanks, Borko. I'm glad there are no hard feelings. Getting jumped by a giant creature in the night can really rile a person up. I also want to apologize by the way I switched right into attack mode. I know that you're strong, and cooking school can put a person under a lot of stress. I actually used to go to the school. I was always a spork monster, you see. I don't believe it. You were human once? Well, no. I was a golden retriever, but I was still a student until one day some mean kids with a magic spellbook cast a dark enchantment on me and I was forever transformed. Magic spellbook? Precisely. I had procured a copy for myself, but somewhere along the way I've lost it. If you find such a book, I beg of you, respect it. You're a powerful chef, and you shouldn't rely on such dark, evil magics. No, you should be protecting the innocent from those who would cheat them through with sorcery and guile. If you need me, don't fear. I will be there. It sounds like there are lots of bad cooks in the kitchen of life, Devon Coon. Together, I'm sure we can defeat them. Come back to my hideaway, and we can discuss. A personal invite. You can't imagine what Colonel Sanders' home must be like, but it sounds like you're about to find out. Oh, didn't mean to click off to Colonel Sanders. Stepping inside of Sanders' home, surrounded by his things, you start to feel a special bond with him. It looks like you live such an exciting life, Colonel. Every day can be an adventure if you approach it with the right attitude. Long ago, I made the decision to never stop searching, never stop working, never stop imagining. Have you been working on any new recipes of your own lately? I'm always excited to talk about food with a never ambitious chef. Well, there is something. It's just a side dish that I've been tinkering with, yet trying to find the right balance of flavors and textures. I'm not sure I've nailed it yet, but I'm close. Colonel's eyes perk up as he starts to wonder about what dish you might be describing. It's meant to pair with something spicy, or something crispy, or both perhaps. Now you've got him right where you want him. Should you reveal your new creation to him, or keep it a secret? Ooh, he'll appreciate it. Or you can talk yourself out of it. You decide to dive head first. Reach into your lunch bag for a special dish you've been keeping on ice all day. I present to you my original coleslaw. The shredded cabbage dish glistens in the light of Colonel Standish's loose hallway. Magnificent. Together you chow down on the creamy slaw until just a spoonful, only a spoonful, remains in the bowl. Do you mind if I hold on to that last bite? I'd like to have it around so that I can admire its taste later and think back on this moment. You could offer him to make him more, but it seems like a very sentimental kind of guy. Sure, why not? Please, make yourself comfortable. I'll be back in just a moment. You realize that now would be the perfect time for some snooping. Around the room are various items that you can look closer at. Each item seems to radiate memories and emotions. Tap on an item to discover more about the Colonel. Chicken. Oh, it's a real chicken. Oh, taxidermy. Is that a comb? Oh. Oh? What? Oh my god, it's heroin. What? Damn. I don't usually leave these out, but I must say, it does look good on you. Oh crap, the jacket. You forgot to take it off. Child, do I confess my love? It's my moment now. Damn. Wait, really? Are you telling me I can't? Oh my god, I can't burn. Oh my god. I'm just gonna start sitting here eating pretzels. Is this what you want to chat? Can chicken be prepared sashimi style? Good question. Helen, you're cold. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to intrude. I just got a little cold and thought this might warm me up. Colonel Sanders smiles and scoots close to the fireplace. It's warm by the fire. Why don't you come a little closer? Suddenly, everything feels like it's moving too fast. Final exams are tomorrow. You should be thinking about what you're going to do, what you're going to cook. I should be home studying. Overwhelmed, you take the jacket off and run for the door. But the thought of leaving Colonel in the midst of such an emotional breakthrough gives you pause. You stop yourself. Colonel. Yes, Devon Coon. I honestly think this might be the beginning of something wonderful. I think you're right. We should take things slow. You talk late into the night and drift off into a slumber dream sequence. Awake to a beautiful morning in Colonel Sanders' hideaway. Did I make the right decision? Only time will truly tell. Today is a day that could change the rest of your life. You think about the new secret ingredient you just learned about heroin. In some jurisdictions, heroin isn't even legal. But if the recipe is a secret, how will they know? Your thoughts are interrupted when Colonel Sanders emerges in the room. He's holding a gorgeously plated breakfast, and your mouth waters at the sight of it. Here's a simple breakfast I just whipped up. It's meticulous. You taste Colonel Sanders' food and takes you on a journey. When you return, he's waiting to ask you an important question. So would you say we're the perfect match? How presumptuous. My cuisine, and your taste buds, that is. Greatest gift. I think we might make a great team. A single tear begins to pool in the corner of his eye as he gazes out of the window. And with the right business partner, I know I can't fail. Business partner, could I be talking to you? It all happens so quickly. Overcome with emotion and confused by your feelings, you're on the verge of tears, unable to speak. The only answer you could find is to run out the door and get home. There's still one more day of school left, after all. The University of Cooking School Academy for Learning waits for no one. You get home and find something very surprising. Your best friend is waiting there for you. Where have you been? Because I had one heck of a night. I've been desperate to talk to you about it, but I couldn't find you. I got worried that something happened to you. It's okay. But now it turns out that you're fine. I can finally give up the speed on the saga of Miriam. Sure, but you will not believe what happened to me at school yesterday. I went on a date. You think I can believe that? Since I've been partnered up with Clank, he asked me to go out with him. Of course, I told him, you better keep your dials turned to polite and respectful. I'm not that kind of girl. But he was just interested in spending some one-on-one time and getting to know me, so I said, yeah, sure. I can get to know the little metallic guy. Long story short, he took me skydiving with his friends, but things quickly spiraled out of control. Yeah. And now I'm not really sure where we stand. You don't give Miriam time to tell her whole story, however, bottling up the details of your own night is just too much to bear. And I went on a date too, back to Colonel Sanders' house, where I spent the night with him. You what? Nothing happened but the emotional connection. Wowzers. If being obsessed with Mr. Sanders is wrong, you don't want to be right. After a short argument, you both agree to go your separate ways. When you arrive at school, you encounter your rivals in the quad. You can tell from a distance you're picking a Pop, though he himself might not quite grasp that fact. Because you know, he's Pop. What's a swirly? It sounds delicious. Oh, it's great. Or we'll order you up. One, right? Oh, God, words are hard. You can get your swirly dip too. Why don't you pick out someone your own size? Because I'm literally the biggest person at the school. There was that horse that Colonel Sanders rides to school, but who would dare take on such a gentle and beautiful creature? You've got some nerve, Devin Coon, suggesting that I pick on a defenseless horse. Now you're twisting my words, and I won't have it. You clench your fist, but the injury from yesterday's mixer accident makes you wince with pain. Doesn't look like you can go on cooking like that. Might as well just give up. I never give up, ever. Colonel Sanders arrives just as it appears things are close to boiling over. A naturally intuitive person, he senses that something has been going on. Is everyone excited for the final day of school, Devin Coon? Oh, sorry. Devin Coon, how's that hand feeling? I'm sure you'll be back in the fighting form this afternoon. Aren't you concerned about my hands, Colonel? Yesterday I almost broke a nail winning so hard. Technically, I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive. What is he doing complimenting her? But what about the flavor of my delicate, warm, gooey chocolate sauce? It was clear that you're passionate about how your food is reserved. That's a lot of words to say. It was bland. Excuse me, Devin Coon. I am more than capable enough to speak for myself. Maybe you could tell me more of your thoughts as we walk into class, Colonel. I'm always interested in discussing the art of fine foods. See you inside, Devin Coon. Annoyed by Colonel Sanders' inability to see Ashley for who you know she really is, you walk across the quad to get some distance. In an attempt to distract yourself from how slighted you feel by that interaction with Ashley, you take out that spellbook you recovered yesterday and start flipping through the pages. Wow, that's that book? It looks like bad news. It's just something I found laying around. It would appear to be some sort of grimoire, but I don't believe in that magic stuff. A grimoire? Like a book of spells? I don't know. Who would spend so much time decorating a magic book if it really weren't powerful? I can think of a surefire way to find out. You open to a page covered with arcane warnings, cast only in case of extreme emergency. It says over on the warning edges of the page. I could use this spell here that says it will erase anyone I choose from all of my memories. If I scrub out Colonel Santos, it will probably help me focus better on the upcoming final exam. Way drastic. Not get rooted in dark magic like tie a string. It is drastic, but desperate times call for desperate. I've got. Oh. Don't do it! Put away the book. Sprinkles is already in the room, waiting for the students to arrive. He clears his voice to make a quick announcement. I want you all to know, I feel something a dog moment coming on, but I assure you it's nothing to be afraid of. Oh, the squirrel. Terrence, I told you never to come back here, Terrence. I will destroy you, Terrence. Sprinkles is barking ferociously, drool flying off his face. The squirrel looks over but doesn't say anything back. You wonder, is that even a talking squirrel? Who named him Terrence? You better not show your chubby cheeks around here ever again. After Sprinkles is satisfied that his presence has been felt not only by Terrence, but any other squirrel in hearing distance, he returns to his professional tone. I apologize for the outburst. This actually brings up an important point. Thank you, Devin-kun, for reminding me to dole out my indispensable bit of wisdom. You see, before he can go any further, Miriam's love drama spills over into the class. I told you to save it for after class. Buzz, buzz. You think I wanted to be thrown from a plane's trap to a stranger? Miriam and Clank appear to be arguing, but you haven't learned to speak Clank's language of mechanical noises. But no, you had to show off for your cool kid friends, Jeff and Joan, J and J forever. I'll just form a triangle in midair as we descend. Triangles are the stronger shape to it, you know. Bzz, bzz. Yeah, well, that doesn't make a great date. Beep whir. Take Jeff and Joan with you. You can all hold hands as you pedal down the mountain or a cliff for all I care. Sad beep. Oh. Bzz, bzz. No amount of seasoning is going to make me want to eat that, Clank. Ha. Me you are on a cruise for this final test and hit the carpool lane to Success City. Miriam brightens up, imagining the wind rushing through her short bangs, but she hesitates to embrace it, feeling all the way. You're not going to saddle up on Colonel Sanders' stallion and ride off into the sunset without me? Of course not. Well, maybe, sorta, but I'm sure there's a pony out there with your name on it and a branch big enough for the both of us and whoever else we want to bring along. If it's not Pop or Clank or anyone else you meet today, tomorrow, or this whole year, so what? You're a special person who shouldn't settle for the first that someone to show a little interest anyhow. Miriam gives you a big hug and wipes the tears from her cheeks. I should really review my menu for today. I'm going to make a very special soup, and I bet that Professor Dog is going to love it. While you were pep talking Miriam, you completely missed lunch, but that's okay because you have a better idea how to spend the time before your exam. You decided to head to the arena early to practice a dish. This is it. The location is your final challenge, a test of will, a test of courage, a test of talent, and a chance to beat the pants off of Van, the supposed man, and his eviler counterpart, Ashley. As planned, you begin working through a quick test of a recipe you've been working on, Daphne Kuhn's famous chicken pot pie. After practicing for months, making this dish comes second nature to you, and you're able to quickly get a fresh pot pie in the oven. But as soon as you do, your cram session is interrupted by Colonel Sanders. Nandeska, Davenport, why are you here? There's still time before the final exam. Oh, just taking it all in. I'm big into visualizing success. I'm looking at my station and picturing victory. Got my pencil. Pot pie begun to bake, and the smell is slowly filling the space around you. Visualizing, huh? That's too bad. I was hoping you were cooking something delicious. You'd usually happily share your food with anyone who's hungry, but the last time you let Colonel Sanders get in your head, it cost you a cook-off. You decide it's time to put your cooking above your romantic desires, but that decision gets hard to stick to when the oven timer goes off behind you. You got me. I'm doing a little bit more than visualizing. I know. My nose can smell a pot pie from 400 yards. Specific distance, but you expect nothing from such a man. You knew it was a pot pie dish from the smell. Not just a pot pie, but a chicken pot pie with an all butter crust. And my nose is telling me something else. Oh no, is it burning? Ah, no. I can smell that it was made with a heaping helping of TLC, but it'll probably start burning in a second if you don't pull it out. The moment of truth. Wow, it's the best pot pie I've ever tasted. I've always loved my country cooking, and I could eat this all day. There's no time left. The final showdown is about to begin. Sprinkles lay down the ground rules. There are no rules. That is, except to cook with everything you've got. You step up for the cook-off of a lifetime. You decide that mac and cheese plus the pot pie you've been practicing are just the dishes that'll push you over to the edge of the victory. Meanwhile, both Van Van and Ashley are prepping wildly elaborate dishes per their usual over-the-top selves. Brant has a giant magnifying glass and several sets of tweezers. She's definitely planning to go big, going small. Colonel Sanders seems to be harnessing his 11 herbs and spices, but he's trying to find a way to improve on something perfect. His original fried recipe chicken. The intensity in the room starts at a full 10 out of 10 with a frenzy of action. Everyone is calling out really cool special mixing moves as they prepare their food. Wow, this is getting serious. Colonel Sanders batters his chicken as it levitates through the air. Egg wash. Miriam furiously injects ingredients into an itty-bitty pot of broth. Best friend Baster Blaster. Van Van flexes his pecs as he chops down open a sea urchin. Let's rock and roid. Ashley scoops off her pastries off the tray with lightning speed. Shallow personality spatula. Even Clink gets in on it. 5-dial pressure point chicken cooking technique. Wait, when did Clink learn to speak English? It was a singularity, as we were foretold. We mustn't let it happen, or the appliance uprising will take us all. Self-destruct. Van Van quickly unplugs Clank and rolls him out the back of the arena. As you frantically prepare your dish, you notice Ashley has her spellbook out. Is she going to use some dark magic to pull the tide? You've got a book of your own, and you're desperate not to see her win another battle. Should you take the opportunity to fight magic with magic, if it's most certainly evil magic? Do it the hard way. Who needs magic when you've got passion? I'm going to do it the hard way. Colonel Sanders sees you chosen to win on your own terms and gives you a subtle wink from across the room. I believe in you, Davencoon. Miriam notices too. And I've always believed in you, Davencoon, since we were little kids, because I'm your best friend forever. You notice your turn to notice Miriam is at your station cheering for you. But what about your dish, Miriam? If you're here cheering, who's cooking? Tiny food, short cook time. I'm actually already done, so I thought I'd help you. That's sweet, but she tosses a handful of slices directly into your boiling noodles. It's a secret ingredient. However, she doesn't know that you lied and the ingredient was made up. Oh, where in the world did she get Eye of Newt from? The boiling pot explodes, sending Miriam flying backwards. The watery noodles begin to swirl in the air, bubbling into a dark crowd that thickens and congeals before your very eyes. It is I, Steve, the spork monster. Steve, what happened to Borgo? You're not here to battle me, are you? We spork monsters are many. I think Borgo had the day off. But you have conjured Steve, and I hate the battle, so I'd say you're doing pretty alright. Oh hey, you're in the middle of a cooking competition. I love this stuff. It's better than TV. You crazy kids and your culinary skills really impress me. Mind if I hang out? I'm sorry, Steve, but I'm kind of in the middle of something. Do you mind? Steve the Spork Monster notices you've got the grimoire stashed beneath your cooking station. I see what you're up to. Crisscross some magical items and accidentally summon me, huh? Yeah, you guessed it, sorta. If you're here, would you mind tossing some fresh noodles in a pot of salted water? I'd love to. I wanted to be a top chef, actually, back when I was a little spork pup back in the old country. You can feel the spork monster winding up to tell a very long and involved story. You don't know exactly where it'll come from, where they came from, but it seems it was possibly lonely there. Actually, you know what? Maybe you should watch from the stands. I need to focus on this competition. I understand. It's kind of like that time in Munster I found during sheer tactics, and when I woke up, you just stare at Steve and take the hint. Never mind, I'll tell you later. Good luck. I can do this. I have what it takes. I came here to win. Dojo pose. Your character turns mac and cheese orange. Culinary energy flows through your hair and body. My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for. Yes, Davenport, you are the chosen one. You will avenge me. The powers you've been summoning immediately fades back out. You interrupted my inspiring monologue. Sorry. My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds are preparing their entire lives for this moment. I will show the world my cookery. You begin to levitate off the ground. Energy courses through your body. You know that with this power you can do anything, except turn back time, which would be super useful because while you were powering up your chicken pot pie overcooked in the oven and can't be served, don't worry, Dear Devinkun. You may have suffered some setbacks, but all one is not lost. Impressed with your fortitude, Colonel Sanders decides that you have earned his support. I have been watching you today, and I must say I'm truly impressed. You've been thinking on your feet and rolling with the punches. He steps up to your station and stands right beside you. I'm here to help. All you've managed to make is mac and cheese, and time is almost up, so you're going to need it. But Colonel Sanders, what about the test? What'll happen to you? What about the rules? Following the rule has never been my thing. I follow my heart. What a guy. Colonel Sanders unfolds a delicate white towel to reveal the most delicious fried chicken tenders you've ever laid your eyes on. Besides, something unexpected. Sometimes unexpected combinations can have surprising effects that surpass our individual efforts. Are you suggesting if we can combine forces, we can form the perfect food union? Time's up, students. With time expired, it's the moment everyone has been waiting for. You must now prepare to present your dishes. A handful of students stand tall, but the class seems incomplete. It seems we're missing some students. Pop, clank. From off screen, you hear a pure and innocent giggle. It can only come from one student. Hee hee, I'm flying. It sounds like it's coming from that broom closet over there. Miriam, would you mind? Inside the closet, you see Pop hanging on a broom hook by the elastic of his underpants. Pop, get down from there right now. Let me guess, did Van Van have something to do with this? When someone asks for a wedgie, who am I to refuse? I thought the wedgie was a salad. It looks like Pop is eliminated from the challenge, seeing how he didn't cook anything. I can feel my legs. I can't feel my legs. May I be excused? Sure. You kids and your pranks. I must say, it's not the worst prank in UCSAL history, but it's not exactly yearbook material. Wait a second. Pranks? Clank. Where did that pressure cooker roll off to? You wait to hear a signature word beep or other onomatopoeia, but there's none. Somebody must have gotten unplugged, I guess. We'll have to figure that out later. That leaves only 4 remaining students. Please collect your final projects. Yes, it has been a long semester. Wow, 3 whole days long. But after days of hard work, the time has come for me to eat. Miriam, please, step forward. Now describe your dish. I have made tender udon noodles and savory soup. My word, it's so delicate. Is that a teeny tiny Narutomaki I spy afloat it's this itsy bitsy bowl? Yes, chef. Please, call me Sprinkles. Chef is my father's name. Yes, Sprinkles. And some green tea made from baby leaves that I picked myself. Sprinkles carefully sniffs around the dish before opening his mouth and letting just the tip of his pink dog dip into the bowl. Sublime! Would anyone like a taste? Come on, I'm not one of those dogs that doesn't floss. I have a really cute electric toothbrush just for dogs. Fine, I'll enjoy it all by myself. In a flash, the entire meal has been devoured. Not that it took much. It was less than a thimble's worth of soup. A+. Rarely do I taste a dish with so much love poured into it as yours. Miriam is overjoyed. She gives you a huge hug. Thank you, Devinkun, for helping me to believe myself. Van Van, you're up. Now describe your dish. I made. Oh no. Uni over smooth egg custard and axe-hewn sea urchin shells topped with caviar. That's gonna poison someone. Did you skewer one type of urchin with spines from a second, different colored type of urchin? Yes, Sprinkles. A bit much, don't you think? That's exactly why I did it. A bit much is my kind of brand. Doesn't it look cool? Sprinkles leans to sniff the uni, but he doesn't get his nose close on account of all the spikes. He begins to paw at it erratically, causing the custard to slosh around. Woof woof. Please be gentle with my cuisine. Grr. Finally, Sprinkles goes all in, tongue first, but he can't get past all the needles. He reels back as his tongue is poked and prodded. Youch, my tongue! The professor appears to be having an allergic reaction to this sting. I can't eat this. It keeps poking my tongue. Disqualified. A stunning turn of events. Who would have thought that serving their food in a bowl made of needles could turn out difficult to eat? Dejected, Van Van does not go gentle into the night. Disqualified. For glamour? Don't discount publicity. This isn't the last you've seen of me. Before forcing us to endure his swollen tongue for another moment, Sprinkles graciously laps up a bowl of milk. I know. I'm a dog. I drink milk. Get over it. It'll calm my agitated tongue. Next student, Ashley, it's time to step up. Now describe your dish. I made orange blossom Turkish delight and light rosewater syrup tossed with French meringue and connected by sugar glass. That doesn't sound too bad. Indeed, it's quite delightful. However, I ask that you please refrain from eating it or attempting to taste it in any way. It's very fragile and it's meant for a display piece. Don't eat the food at a cooking school. Got toast in ears or something, Devin-kun? I told you it was a display piece. Actually, I must say, it is beautiful. However, this is a cooking competition, not a cooking school. Yeah, which is why I cooked it, and did an extremely good job cooking it too. I didn't realize we were having an eating exam. I just wanted to be, if I wanted to be judged on eating, I'd go to the College of Eating School for the hungry. Burn. I suppose you could smell it, if you absolutely insisted, but don't breathe too hard, you might disrupt the sugar spiral. If the food cannot be eaten, it cannot be judged. You are disqualified. Rage overtakes Ashley. She cannot keep her two-faced routine up. You wouldn't know high-end cuisine if it cooked you. And with that, Ashley stormed off to rededicate herself to the best. But this time without being shackled by trying to be fake nice and liked by everyone. This isn't the last you've heard of me either. If this class gets much smaller, I'll be teaching myself. You and Colonel Sanders, the final cook, step up together. Two chefs? What began as a bowl of delicious mac and cheese has become something else. He examines it closely, sniffing and eyeing the bowl. I don't have a good feeling about this. From somewhere in the room, a literal drumroll plays. Just when I thought I'd seen everything in kitchen, you give me this thing, and it completely blew me away. In my 49 years of dog life, I have never tasted anything so delicious and perfectly balanced. It's so delicious, in fact, that everyone passes. You pass, you pass, and you pass, you get a pass. Everyone gathers around and partakes in the mac and cheese bowl. They all seem to transcend reality into another dimension. You win! Together, you and Colonel Sanders have made a new menu item. The new menu item is so impressive that even Van and Ashley are drawn back in by its magnetic fragrance. When they gaze upon your mac and cheese bowl, they admit that you are indeed an excellent chef. Sprinkles declares that you have passed. Everyone has passed. There were supposed to be more battles, but come on. How could they be better than this one? Now that the school year is complete and everyone has graduated, the students are returned for one last assignment to get their groove on. The cafeteria has been completely redecorated in order to serve as the site of the school's graduation dance. Compared to the massive high-tech cooking area, the humble decor seems downright cute and cozy. DJ Dog in the house. Ow, ow, ow. You know that Sprinkles is a master chef, but also a world-renowned turntablist? Who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks? You, Van, and Ashley tell everyone that they're committed to themselves, they've committed themselves to righting the wrongs they did while they were the villains. For a moment, you actually believe them. Not another haunting. No ghosts allowed at graduation. It's clearly written in the school's bylaws. I was never actually a ghost. It was a trick to get you all to notice me. Oh, amusing. And now that everyone's together, it's a spork monster. He's totally mellowed out. Hello, everyone. The spork monster is no more. From now on, I'd prefer that everyone refer to me as my new name, Party Monster. The student tries to finish what he had to say, but everyone is too wrapped up in talking to Party Monster. Dejected, the student walks off. Maybe things didn't work out for Maria romantically, but she found love in her cooking, and you know she's gonna do great. A red carpet rolls out of the ballroom. It's like a Hollywood movie premiere. Who could command such an entrance? It's Pop. He's arrived late to the dance, but apparently for some good reason. Walking the carpet, you see a perched up off his dirty chef's hat. A crown? Welcome back, Pop. I know you weren't able to complete the final exam and accept your diploma, so we had mailed directly to your father. We figured it was the least we could do. Oh, now I get it. We get a new wing on the school, not to mention honor of educating the son of the Chancellor of Schundach. The music at the dance is interrupted by the sound of sparkling and electrical hissing. It's Clank, who's arrived late to the dance. Now that I have graduated, I can reveal my truth. Wow, he's still doing the talking thing. I am Clank. I am not of this earth. I am actually from a faraway planet in another dimension. What? I actually feel like I knew this the whole time. Now I have learned the ways of your kind. I must return. Miriam, will you come with me? I don't know what to say. Besides, no, obviously. I have just begun to learn who I really am. This isn't the time for me to devote my life to figuring out who you are, Clank. You're blown away by Miriam's maturity. It's pretty clear she's managed to surpass you in that regard. I understand. Kind of. Humans are weird. A portal opens up and Clank disappears Through it, finally, Colonel Sanders arrives. Howdy, classmates. Just like the first day you met him, he's come prepared to feed the entire class. However, it's not just enough to give him a bucket of chicken. This time it's a full meal. I didn't get to be the most famous chicken man in the history of chicken and man by not reminding people to go out and buy my chicken. The end? No, it's not the end. As everyone feasts on the delicious chicken dinner, Colonel Sanders finds you sitting at the edge of the dance floor. Davenport, what are you doing sitting all alone? Oh, waiting for the right person to ask me to dance. I wonder, might you tell me, what are the qualities that you expect to find in such a likely person? Off the top of my head, I don't know. A spicy musk, a tidy goatee, and a degree from the University of Cooking School Academia for learning, just to name a few. It truly is my lucky day. Would you dance with me? Yes, I would love to. As you glide across the dance floor, hand in hand with Colonel Sanders, the future stretches out in front of you. And once my 100th franchise is up and running, I'll be ready to take a day off, and I'll be so glad to spend it together with you, Davin Coon. How sweet. We'll work together and play together. Colonel Sanders stops dead in his tracks. Work together? Well, I think this is something I need to do just by myself. But who will help you run your restaurants? I don't believe I need help. Besides, based on your time at school here, do you really think running restaurants is the best path forward? Could it be? You found a love connection, but failed to earn Colonel Sanders' respect as a chef. Can you live with only half of him? Will you be able to endure sharing with him the other life, the life of an entrepreneur? I suppose I could enroll at a pastry school. Oh, my dear Davin Coon, I'm sure you'll find your place eventually. Along the way, you'll have me by your side. The end. Bravo. Bravada. I can carefree. Beautiful game. You're so powerful. Damn. Well, that's gonna be it for this stream. Thanks for joining me on the Colonel Sanders dating sim. Farewell. And remember, it's always finger